gotta show people who puts on this shoot. It's gotta be clean, sophisticated, timeless, and powerful.
New York trip, baby. Where are we at, bro?
We just landed in New York City. The expectations going into this New York trip were to execute the greatest shoot that we've ever done.
I did feel some pressure going into the New York trip because it was like 2 weeks after I was hired. Everyone was just really voicing how important this trip was. And it was my first time traveling with the team and just experiencing all this.
Gotta put it in drive.
Yeah.
Squeeze it on the side and pull it down.
Oh, it's on the side.
Yeah. New York.
So breakfast is the all-included every morning. That is 6.
You good, Jer?
Yeah, I'm good.
See how wide this hallway is? It's about as wide as
What's the name of this spot, bro?
It's gonna be tough to pronounce. What's that? Birachino.
Birachino. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Are you doing a video of everything? Wow.
Yeah. Cheers.
There was an expectation of executing our first ever ambassador partnership with Garrett King, who is a close friend and he has been a photographer for our brand. We've worked with Garrett, probably over 20 times at this point. We walked into their home and it was just so uncomfortable. They were not welcoming at all. They barely talked to us. I'm totally kidding.
Garrett and Chelsea are awesome. Garrett just met us downstairs and Chelsea just welcomed us with open arms.
They're so driven and they have so much love for their craft. Like, it truly shows in everything, in every facet of their house, of their relationship.
They have the most immaculately designed loft. It feels like everything down to like Garrett's pen has like a place that it's supposed to be.
He's really like intertwined his craft with his world, like you walk into his space and it's like, this is who he is. We can see how he sees the world, and it's cool to see that him and Chelsea have really developed something crazy together.
Garrett is typically somebody who's behind the camera, but it was interesting because this shoot, it was all him in front of the camera, us showing him in his element, both as a photographer, as a photo editor, and then also as a husband, a father to some dogs, and just an overall good guy.
He was actually the first person we reached out to join this new program. If you actually are in the room with Garrett, you realize how much he cares about his craft and also just how much work he puts into it, and truly one of the best photographers in the world.
Shooting on Helipad in the middle of the New York Bay is insane.
That morning, I remember everyone setting up the gear. It felt like they were a military team getting ready to ship off.
It's a work day in New York City, and we have like one spot on the heliport.
We had the air traffic controllers and all that walking down the line, only letting us have this little section of the helipad. And we had to each grab our shots so quickly and so decisively.
But it was really cool because amongst all the chaos, we had such a good creative flow going on between all of us. Like, I never worked with Garrett. I just started working with Jose. There was a little chemistry, but it was so cool that it was so easy to work with all these guys, and we got all the shots we needed.
Steven and I were kind of taking turns like directing the photography and the styling and really honing in on the actual like look and feel that we wanted from the shoot. And it was great to have Steven there because he has such a clear vision of what he wants the products to look like. And then no, I just like flip the front of the shirt down, like just kind of give it a
Garrett, what are we doing right now, man?
We're living among the wealthy out here. We've got all the helis, people taking tours, most people are transporting. Very vacation-esque, especially this one. This is what people commute in. This insane life.
Killer, guys.
You know, we're shooting the scene of the models like walking out of the helicopter, and the wind was so intense that it took one of our wardrobe bags, flipped it over. Thankfully, everything in it fell out because it was the one bag that we left unzipped. Everything falls out of the bag and the bag just goes into the ocean.
The model's hair was blowing around everywhere. She was such a trooper. She was so professional.
We're going with the flow. The wind flow.
She went with it and she found different angles so that the wind blew the hair in the right place.
Is that a red?
No,
This is like the 80s version of one. This one's just a medium film format. So it's like the highest res film photo you can snap.
Oh, that's cool.
Jared, where are we headed, bro?
Going to Barstool. Going to talk to our guy Patrick about a couple of accounts we're working on, doing a couple podcast reads and talking about the future.
Going into Barstool was pretty sick. We got a full tour of their facility.
How's it going, man? Gabe. Good to meet you, bro. Good to meet you, yes, sir.
I've been a fan of Barstool for a while. I think anyone who watches sports obviously knows about Barstool, watches some sort of their shows. We usually do podcast advertisement. We've seated, a lot of their personalities there. There was already a couple people in that office that wear cuts on, the daily that we see.
The pants. I don't wear jeans. I only wear cuts.
Yeah?
That's it. One is comfortable and it looks good with anything.
We gotta get your 5-pocket pants.
There's 5 pocket pants?
Yeah, we actually came up with a lot. Those are our new icon crops.
Those are cuts?
Yeah,
those
these are
sick.
vibey, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Those
Kinda
are
like
blue dye pants.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing with those partnerships with media outlets is requires a lot of creativity or you become lost in the noise. Any other brand can go sponsor a podcast, but how do you make your brand stand out? So it's going to require a lot of creativity, but I'm confident that we'll be doing more stuff with Barstool in the future. So definitely keep your eyes out.
Where are we headed right now, boys?
Headed to the store for a little coffee, little mini event. I wouldn't call it a big event, just some coffee, hanging with the customers from 11 to 3. And then tomorrow we got a podcast with another agency founder, longtime employee of Movement Watches during their heyday. And then we're going to be saying, go New York, go New York, go. And Jose's losing it over here.
I'm losing it.
I think one of the coolest things is just seeing customers at the store who had been customers for so long. Steven had a really long conversation with this guy who was one of the OG Kickstarter customers.
Hey guys, I was one of the original supporters on Kickstarter for cuts, and I was just walking past New York into a store, came in, you guys have killed it, you've got some great stuff here, I still have your shorts, I love your brand.
Today was good. We were bouncing around. Jeremy was trying to pick up some digits. I had to have him chill out. But it was good. We hung out with the store. People were having a fun time shopping. It's always good to see what people are buying. We got older people, younger people, and get to talk to them. That's like really good R&D for me to learn of like what we should and shouldn't do. So it was good. But Jeremy's got to control himself.
This New York trip was an absolute blast. I'm looking forward to more cuts trips with the boys and with the team. I think it's only up from here.